Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Inquisition, and we're still running around the Emerald Graves, still trying to find some of these like red lyrium guys, and for Cullen and some other stuff. Freeman, trying to kill all the Freemen. Okay. Well, there's not really any place I can get to at once, I guess. Ugh. Let's get this one. Vivian, you have Dispel, so you can get one too. So, getting two. Alright. Cool. Got another landmark here. White Shadow. I camped beneath a large stone statue of a wolf not far off the road. With the calm eyes of the great beast watching over me, I slept like a babe in arms. Okay. Let's go see if we can find more of these smugglers. I feel like they're like on the road ahead. I'm pretty sure. They just hang out like near the road, I think. Hey, look at that. Illyrium smuggler apostate. Just hanging out on the road, just chilling. Okay. Let's loot. To Master Kells, the new client wants double the red lyrium shipped last time. The contact said it was for someone called Samson. I met him during the last trip. Got a Templar feel off him, although the armor he wears doesn't look chantry. Still, his coin's good and he doesn't preach. Toby.
Another letter on the smugglers referring to Samson.
Clearly we are on the right track. There's a body. Torn pages. Nothing to hunt for days. No deer, no hares, nothing. Wenig says we're at least halfway through the forest. He's the only one who's traveled these parts, so we have to take his word. Ugh, Wenig. The minute we get out of here and back to town, we're ditching the shifty-eyed bastard. It's not just that he's a mage. He's just shifty. He found some herbs, said they would keep the hunger at bay. Shouldn't have listened, but the others thought it a good idea. What did he call it? Ashvine? Doesn't matter. You can't live off vegetables. Real men need real meat to keep the blood up and the humors circulating. Good thing we decided to rest, feeling dizzy from the lack of proper food. The writing trails off. Well, I think your damaged masculinity might have led you to starve to death, buddy. Not that I'm saying that Rashvine is a good idea to eat, but, But still. Anyway, let's head... Our other guys are over there, and I have a bunch more rifts in this direction. I suppose I could, like, kind of try to circle back around. We'll see. I gotta kill you. So I need more August Ram leather. Oh, hello. When Samson made this deal, we promised you the Dales if you could hold them and keep the roads open for our supplies. Too difficult a concept to grasp, I see. Enough of your fumbling. The Red Templars will deal with the Inquisition. Knight Captain Carroll. Yeah, that, okay. I have an astrarium here, though. I should probably take care of that. Let's just deal with that while I'm here. Oh boy. Well, goodness. Nope. Boom. Gotcha. This one is called Equinor. Referred to as the Stallion in common parlance, the constellation Equinor has historically been depicted either as a rearing horse or a seated griffin. Some scholars speculate that the constellation's original image was that of a Hala, which could indicate a deliberate supplantation of the constellation's original representation as Gillanine, the elven goddess, also known as Mother of the Hala. However, as horses had great significance to early Neramenian culture, from which the ancient Imperium descended, this speculation is largely considered unfounded. Okay.
One down!
Indeed. Wow, good lord. There's a lot of stuff around here. But I'm not gonna worry about that, because I'm just gonna take care of this rift instead! Oh my gosh, terrors. I love terrors. There's 3 of them. I'm pretty sure there's 3 of them, and this is a level 16 rift, too! Nice! Okay. Okay. Oh, is that? Oh no, that's a pride demon. Oh no. Vivian, can you maybe leave? I'm gonna have you leave and... There we go. Because, I mean, yikes. Maybe you should take one of these, buddy. And you can just, like... Actually, as a matter of fact... I'm gonna have you do, like, this. There, that's better. Okay. Gosh, I should probably, like, go back to camp, actually. I'm so low on healing potions. That's probably the best idea right now. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, there's a rift, like, right over here. On the doorstep of this campsite. Okay. Well, if I can grab these two, Vivian can maybe grab these two. It's a pride demon. Surprise! It's another pride demon. Okay, alright, good. That wasn't too bad. It could have been worse. Alright. Well... I feel like I want to head sort of in the general direction of that campsite, since that's relatively close to...
What fault do you find with me, Vivienne? I've tried to be civil.
Darling, your civility has so little to do with your faults. I wouldn't let that trouble you.
Then what am I doing wrong?
Just keep hitting things, my dear. Don't worry your little head about the rest.
Oh, Vivienne. I have to admit, sometimes I'm a little bit jealous about how good at being condescending Vivienne is. Like, I wish I could be half as condescending to the people I don't like. Like, that's a finely honed skill she's got going there, and I appreciate it.
Done and done.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm killing all these August rams. I can't help myself, you guys. I need it. I need the leather. I don't really need obsidian, but I'm gonna take it anyway. Because I feel like it. A camp! Look at that. It's exactly what I was looking for.
Shall we make camp or move on?
I think we are gonna make camp, and I think I might have changed my party out a little bit. Let's, let's do them. Right. Okay, cool. I haven't had Solus in my party in a while. Long enough that he actually needs to be leveled up, even. Let's see, what do we got? I can do Shatter Stone. Let's upgrade your Stone Fist, sure. That was definitely a dragon I just heard. I would know that sound anywhere. Because, of course, there is a dragon in this area. As you would expect. Ah, yes, this is a fun place. There's a lot of giants around here. Okay, so this is always fun. even sure what they're... Yeah, he doesn't have any particular vulnerabilities. That's the problem with giants, is they don't have any particular vulnerabilities. They're just immune to, like, disabling effects and slowing, but... So there's not really, like, a particular damage type that works especially well on giants. Unlike dragons. In some ways, you could say giants are more difficult than dragons, just because dragons will usually have a particular damage type that they're vulnerable to, and giants just don't. Oh, I need that Rashvine Nettle. Hardcore. But hey, I've killed 2 giants, so that's cool. And also I found the, yeah. Among the papers taken from the Red Lyrium smugglers in the Dales is a note from the ringleader to his lieutenants. Beware that Red Lyrium. Our mage claims it's much more potent than the blue, like serving brandy in an ale tankard, he said. 2 nights later, he went crazy, frothing and screaming. We had to lock him in the warehouse. Looks like lyrium madness, but comes on faster. It's not all bad. Our new client, Samson, has his agents buying anyone who gets sick for gold. When they bought the mage, I asked why. Samson's people said to make something better of him. For what they're paying, he must have something bloody spectacular lined up. Have the men be extra careful around the crates. Tell me if any come down sick. Keep the why to yourselves. Kells.
Another letter mentioning Samson. And papers with names. Cullen could use this.
Indeed he could. Indeed he could. I really wish I would stop going into... Okay. Okay, cool. Alright. Anyway, so yeah, there's a bunch of giants in this area, as I recall. And there's the dragon over there. I've heard it a few times, but that's my first real sighting. But yeah, we'll get back over here at some point. I am not too worried about it. Oh, Stoneheart. Heck yes. Or Stormheart, that is. There's another landmark up here. Right, this is where more giants are to be found. Valasdalen. Elves have their heroes just as we do. They honor the Valasdalen, life trees of these legendary figures. Planted in remembrance of those who dedicated their lives to the Dalish kingdom, these trees grew into a mighty wood, a testament to the elves' force at their height. Walk beneath the Valasdalen with reverence. Remember that each of them once had a name. The Dalish believe Mathalin was the first of the Emerald Knights, and the first to hold Evanera, the Blade of Honor, forged in Halam Shiral for his hand. Okay. I'm gonna leave this area. Because I don't feel like fighting a bunch of giants today. Maybe later. Maybe some other time. I still haven't even gone into that chateau, and I want to. That must be, I feel like that's probably a depiction of one of the Emerald Knights. I feel like it has to be, right? There's a quarry over here. Which I want. I want this. I just need one more logging stand and I can finally upgrade my tower. Alright. Okay. After a certain point, like, dealing with all of the rifts, like, even once you start tossing, like, pride demons into the mix, they kind of stop being much of a challenge after a point, and it's like, well, okay. Oh.
When you charge at them, you make them hit you.
Ideally. That's why my armor's heavier than yours.
Alright. Okay, cool. Crystal Grace. Yeah, please. I'll loot my RAM here too. That's fine. And money, and what else? Betta's travel journal, 17 herring. I don't want to go to Ferelden. I have to leave everything. My paintings, the cat, and worst of all, Mother's little garden. It's been such a comfort to me since her passing. I don't know what I'll do. But Liesel has little Yves to think about, and the war threatens to consume more of Orlais every day. 20 herring. The cat had her kittens the day we left. Make her look after her. I cannot. We couldn't even take a little one for Yves, even though he begged. They were too small. They would have died without their mother. Why can't you bring the cat? I don't understand. 4 winter march. I'm so tired. We spotted a house in the forest abandoned. There is a roof and some hay, and Liesel agrees that we can stay here for a day or two to recover. Later, in winter march. Liesel and Yves have been gone a long time. I haven't seen them in days. Mother made a bed for them upstairs, and I suppose Yves is still young. Young ones need their sleep. It's so good to have Mother with us on this long journey. She always knows what to do. Didn't you just say your mother was dead? Oh dear. The day it rained. It rained today. Mother and I played a hiding game in the house. I found Liesel. She didn't like it when I found her. She was screaming about Yves. I looked at what I wrote before, and I guess there is an Yves. I think he's our dog. Mother told Liesel to be quiet. She was running the game. Waterfall night. Mother says I bore her. She's just sick again, like she was back home. I didn't tend to her well then. She got sicker because of me. Not this time. I asked her what she needed. She says there is a waterfall close by, and a wild crystal grace shrub growing by its edge. She wants me to get rose hips for her tea. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, bonus to armor. That's seems like a good idea. I don't think I've done this astrarium yet. Let me see. Where am I at for time? Yeah, I would like to find that astrarium and do it. And then next time, yeah, I need more Rashvine Nettle too. Goodness gracious. I need so much Rashvine Nettle. I would like to go to the villa, the chateau or whatever, and clear that out in the next episode probably. Hi guys.
Your worship.
Thanks. But we'll see. I should also, like, take these letters to Cullen. He probably wants to see them, I would imagine. Here's the astrarium. Okay, well, probably need to start here, I would imagine. Cool. Finished that one. Solium. There are 2 common interpretations regarding the history behind the constellation Solium, commonly referred to as the Sun. The first is that it represents the fascination of early peoples, such as the Neramenians, predecessors to the ancient Tevinter Imperium, with all objects in the sky, the sun and moon in particular. Indeed, many believe proper depiction of Solium is as both. The second interpretation is that this constellation originally represented Elgar'nan, the head of the elven pantheon, who was also known as the eldest of the sun. Modern scholars do not know which, if either, is truth, or possibly both, because, you know, it could be both. It could always be both. I mean, there's another... Oh. Okay. There's another rift, and like... another campsite, too. That would be fun to... that would be good to find. I feel like. The Lion's Pavilion. The Lion's Pavilion is a welcome rest for weary travelers through the Dales. Its most prominent feature is a statue of a muscled Valmont emperor slaying a dragon, the symbol of the Draken dynasty. The Valmont's famed subtlety and grace clearly emerged with later generations. Okay. A Lover's Promise. Elena, if you found this and are still at the pavilion, leave immediately. As I passed, I saw a band of armed men close by. I fear they may attack innocent travelers. Meet me instead in the old grove in Gracevine, where the prophet's laurel grows. Your love, Dan. Well, probably not. Given, the current streak of terrible luck with, various lovers being separated and murdered and stuff, I doubt they actually ended up being able to meet up, but one can always hope, right? Right. Anyway, I'd like to take care of this rift. Okay. Another despair demon, because of course. And it's not pride demons, it's despair demons. And terrors, of course. Is there another despair? Oh my gosh, there so is. So there's like 2 despair demons and a greater terror. What a pain in the butt. Alright. The Diary of Troilus Hertubes? The Great Mission, Day 1. Arrived in the Emerald Graves and located the first instance of the menace. Set up an observation area close by. This will allow for undisrupted study of the phenomenon. The Great Mission, Day 2. This particular example of the menace seems far less active than the one in lead. It pulsates at a rate of a mere 427 times per hour. The sound of it here is a nagging drone, as opposed to the frantic whistling of the first one in town. As I recall, Sister Euphorbia described the noise as similar to one heard when forcing air from a leaky bellows. The Great Mission, Day 5. Ran out of Sister Euphorbia's honey loaves. Still have cheese, but spent yesterday foraging. Spotted another menace through the trees by the river. I can only describe it as stormy. It must be investigated further. For the mission to succeed, I must learn all I can. The heck? Whatever. I'm just gonna find this campsite. I need a new campsite, and then we'll probably end the episode. I feel like I've made some pretty good progress, and then next time I'm gonna go back to that chateau and probably clear that chateau out. Oh, a map. Okay, cool. Set up this camp. Alright. And that's my last campsite for the Emerald Graves, so that's pretty good. So, I mean, you know, mostly I just have, like, there's a ton. I forget sometimes how many rifts there are in the Emerald Graves. Like, oh my gosh, there's so many. I've already done, like, 4 or 5, and there's still, like, at least 3 that I can see that I still need to do that are just rifts. 1, 2, 3, no, 4 rifts. Oh my gosh. What a pain. But I think instead, probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back here, and next time I will head into that chateau and clear that out. How am I on? I should probably empty my inventory too. Whatever. I'll figure it out. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.